Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. My name is Mifdal Akif, and could I have your attention, please? First and foremost, I would like to welcome all of you here today. And without further ado, let's get to business. Now, in today's meeting, we will be covering the planning for our academic tour to Bangkok and also setting up the steering committee for this project. Before we get deeper, I would like to call upon our secretary, which is Bella, to explain briefly about our agenda for this project. Bella?
Yes. Hello everyone. My name is Nur Izzatina Bila binti Roslan and I am the secretary of this club. As we already know, our club will organize an academic tour to Bangkok in next month. This academic tour is to develop new knowledge about one's culture and their splendor, and this tour will take place about 3 days and 3 nights. The participants will be about 40%, including the club members, and other person that is interested in joining this trip. Our main agenda for current meeting is to decide and discuss the role for the job scope for each committee regarding the budget of the tour and the transportation used to Bangkok.
All right, Bella, thank you so much for the introduction. So, as Bella stated earlier, today we will discuss and decide the role for each member to ensure that everything goes smoothly and make this academic tour a successful one. So, there are four main scope for this event, which are number one, the logistics and technical, number two, the itinerary, number three, welfare and safety, and lastly, the transportation. I hope all of you could give your full engagement to this meeting and volunteer for each of these parts if you think that it suits you.
Excuse me, sorry, but can you give details about the roles? Thank you.
Certainly. Bella, would you kindly explain further about the elements of each scope?
Yes, person who are in charge for logistic and technical, you are responsible for managing the passport, accommodation, and technical equipment such as camera. For itinerary, one should list down all the activities that will be held, especially during in Bangkok. Next, welfare and safety. For the job scope, the person in charge need to ensure the safety of all participants and safety equipment need to be provided just in case unwanted things happen during the tour. Lastly, for transportation, you are responsible for managing the transportation used in Bangkok.
All right, thank you, Bella. Now we will proceed to decide the role for each members. So I would like one person to take in charge for our first part, which is the logistics and technical. So any of you would like to volunteer? State your name and reason.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Fatina Jua. I think I want to be the volunteer for this role since I am good in photography and editing. So I can bring my own camera and take a few moments as our memory in Bangkok. In addition, I also can manage the process of obtaining the passport to Bangkok, and I also can find the best accommodation and provide comfortable facilities to all participants in Bangkok. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Najwa. Next is the itinerary part. This part requires one person. So who would like to volunteer for this part?
Sorry for interrupt. My name is Bella and I volunteer to take responsibility on the itinerary since I am the secretary and I should know well about the trip to ensure that it is organized and run smoothly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bella. Next is the welfare and safety department. Who would like to volunteer for this part?
Hi, sorry for interrupt. My name is Shida. I would like to volunteer myself to be the in charge person in welfare and safety. I will ensure the safety safety of the participant during this trip is guaranteed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Shida. I too would certainly hope that none of the participants will get injured or any serious cases during our projects. Now, finally, to the final step. The last part is the transportation committee. Who wants to volunteer for this part?
Hi, sorry for interrupt. My name is Nur Shazlina. I think I want to volunteer myself for the transportation since I have handled vehicle parts at previous events. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Shazlina, and the rest of you. Now that we have completed our main agenda, let's move on discussing the important matters. Let's start with the transportation. So, Lina, do you have any ideas about the means of transportation that we will be using during the trip?
Yes, sure. So, I have decided to choose a flight to our transport from Malaysia to Bangkok. For the airlines service, I have suggested to choose AirAsia since the ticket price is affordable. While in Bangkok, I've prepared a public bus and BTS, which is Bangkok Mass Transit System, SkyTrain, for all of us, so that we can easily travel and fit in there all at once. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lina. Next will be the accommodation for all the participants. So, Fatih Najwa, do you have any recommendations for the accommodations?
Okay. For accommodation, I suggest to stay in Via Hotel for our accommodation because the rate of the price rate of the hotel is also affordable, and I have stayed before with my family. So I think Via Hotel is the best accommodation I will suggest to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Najwa, for your recommendation for our accommodation. I would certainly jot that down, and perhaps your recommendation is the best one. So next will be for the itinerary part. So the member committee, do you have any recommendations for our itinerary?
My suggestion for itinerary is that we go visit their museum and fortress to learn about their culture. What do you think?
I think that is quite a brilliant ideas. Not only we will able to like enjoy the culture of that country, but we also may gain some learning experiences from visiting their places and able to appreciate the artwork that they did couple thousand years ago. So thank you very much, Vel, for your recommendations. And finally, for safety and welfare, Shida, do you have any recommendations on that matter?
Yes, I will bring the first aid kit anywhere when during this trip, and I also will get the authorities number and search for the hospital, clinic, or pharmacy nearby. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you very much, Shida. Let's all hope that our meeting goes well and there's no incident occurred during our road trip. So now that we have finally reached the end of our objectives, do any of you have further questions or recommendations on this project?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, if none of you have any questions, now we can finally end this meeting. Thank you so much once again for giving your full priority to this meeting and giving your full participation. And thank you very much and assalamualaikum. This meeting is adjourned.